Good morning, my darlings, and welcome to a new vlog. Starting off this vlog with no idea what I'm going to be sharing with you for the next couple of days. My diary is sublimely empty at the moment. I think during the summer months, as obviously I like to chill a little bit, I like to not plan too many days in London because, do you know what? I just prefer being in the Cotswolds. So yeah, just a couple of lovely homey days. We have got every limb crossed that the weather is going to be nice. At the moment, it's actually looking fairly pleasant. Just like a classic, bit of blue sky, bit of puffy clouds, but we have had the odd rainstorm this morning. So yeah, we shall see. Probably a bit of gardening, the huge, just the huge. I'm heading off to Bamford now, unsurprisingly, for Reformer Pilates, which I haven't done for 3 weeks, I think, or 2.5 because of our trip to Saint-Tropez. So little gym outfit of the morning. I've got the nice crossover Adenola leggings on and sports bra, cozy jumper because it's not that warm, and my slip-on trainers. So there we go. There's actually a road closure on our way into Bamford, so I'm going to set off now because it takes me a little bit longer to get there. And yeah, maybe we'll do a little bit of garden centre shopping. Let's go. My breakfast after Pilates. These salted caramel brownie taster bits, oh my goodness, they are absolutely delicious. In fact, I'm going to have another. And sadly the rain has descended. It's that like drizzle that just goes on all day, which is very, very sad. I'm coming down to forage some bits for an omelette, and I can spot some kale going a bit mental over here, so that seems like a sign that you can come with me. Oh, and I'm cooking dinner tonight. I think I'm going to do a nice courgette, carrot, spring onion, peanutty salad and some honey garlic fried chicken, which I've seen on Instagram, and I can't wait. Oh, look! Oh my gosh, these are starting to ripen. Oh, that came off very easily, which is normally a sign that it's ready to be eaten. I might pop these in my omelette this morning as well. How's it looking through here? Lots of new courgettes coming up. Lovely. Ooh, that'll be a good one for my salad later. And the yellow Gold Rush zucchini. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. A couple of beans can come in my omelette as well. Cannot even tell you how satisfying it is just coming into your garden and foraging ingredients for a nice brunch. I mean, it's only a tiny little amount here, but an omelette for one, as well as the beans that are already in the fridge, that will perfectly do the trick. darlings, we are in the greenhouse now. Today's weather is just mental. Oh, gosh, how boring. I'm sorry I talk about the weather so much. I'm sure if you watch other British YouTubers, we are all the same because we are so impacted by it. But I'm in the greenhouse and we've got a moment of sunshine, so I'm going to do a little bit of gardening, which is so surprising. Not. But actually I'm so roasting, I'm going to take this off. I have kind of neglected the greenhouse a little bit since we've been away, so there's quite a lot of stuff that just needs like thinning or supporting. For example, look at this tomato. I need to get some supports on it up here and remove quite a lot of these lower branches because it just stops airflow. And by the way, your hands smell amazing when you do tomato pruning. It is literally like the Dalesford Vine tomato candle. And even things like my little nicotiana, I've just got one sad little flower left on this one. So a lot of pruning is required in the greenhouse. That needs to get cut right back. So yeah, I've just spent the last 2 or 3 hours doing admin in the office. And as much as I really do need to do the admin, I'm just desperate whenever it's sunny to get outside and do gardening, because this time of year, hi Dexy, this time of year it's really just a case of keeping on top of things, like keeping on top of all the admin and things that are growing a little bit wild. I also, as I just finished my admin, I just placed a humongous order on the Farmer Gracie website, which is where I get my bulbs for our alliums and our Dexy and our tulips and my, ooh, you're so big, and my ranunculus. So I literally just spent nearly £500 on bulbs for planting in September. You haven't been on the vlog lately, my Dexy. Here's my original, most handsome sausage in the whole world. Right, what else needs doing in here? Let's do a little bit more tomato pruning. Ooh. I also have my little seed box here, and August is really the last month for seed planting before the winter, tragically. So at this time of year you can still plant onions like this. You can do radishes, but I'm getting a bit bored of radishes by now. I'm going to do a tiny bit more bok choy. Spring onions are always great in risottos, and I feel that you can never really have too many carrots, so I might do you know what? Oh, that says to July. Missed that one. Yeah, I think I might have a forage in my bigger seed box and do a few more carrots. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. But first, let's tackle this very overgrown and wild greenhouse. I literally look like I'm in a forest, and I am. I'm in a tomato forest. out of the greenhouse. I realised that I have got a call at 3:30. It's currently 3:10, and I really want to get my chicken marinating for tonight. I'm probably going to start cooking dinner at about 5 o'clock. I am doing 2 Instagram recipes for dinner tonight. I feel like this has become a cooking and gardening vlog, but I said at the beginning I didn't know what this vlog was going to be. So this, oh my gosh, mouth-watering, honey garlic chicken tenders recipe is what I'm going to be attempting. So I need to start by doing a buttermilk, pepper, smoked paprika and thyme marinade. But first I need to cut the chicken that I got from Dalesford this morning into strips so that it's ready to go into the, actually no, I'm gonna make the marinade first, then I'm gonna slice the chicken and then leave it for about 2 hours while I do my call, and then we'll cook the rest of it together a little bit later. Just finished my call and I'm going to have a giant half slice of my courgette, pistachio and lime cake with the delicious cream cheese, well, vegan, Coco's organic cream cheese dollop of frosting. It is so delicious. If you didn't see the recipe for this and the creation of this in the last vlog, then check it out. But oh my gosh, the perfect afternoon pick-me-up while I do a little bit more email admin. You going to help Mummy with some gardening? No, I'm just going to sunbathe. Jared. Right, my darlings, I have come in from the garden. Managed to get a few rows of seeds sown, some pak choi, some beetroot and some spring onions and some carrots, so quite productive seed sowing. Now I have an entire loot down here of ingredients from my kitchen garden, which is so satisfying. The fact that I literally grew all of these ingredients, these ones, which I'm going to be using in the dinner tonight. So I'm doing those honey garlic chicken strips, which I showed you earlier, which I'm so excited for. And then I'm also doing a deliciously Ella salad, which I've not done before, but it's got black rice, strips of courgette, strips of carrots, some spring onion. And the first thing I have to do is actually pickle this chili from the greenhouse. So I think I just chop it, de-seed it, and pickle it in some lime juice while I'm doing the rest of the recipe. So I'm gonna get started with that, and then I guess I'd better start frying my chicken. Oh, I'm so excited for this meal. I've got my wild rice cooking and I've got my olive oil heating up. That last little time lapse you saw was, it doesn't look very appetizing at the moment, but this is my corn flour and paprika covered chicken that was marinating for the last few hours. I'm now going to attempt to fry it. I have never fried chicken before. What happens if the olive oil isn't hot enough? I don't know. Let's give this a try. Again, and the frying of the chicken was very successful. I did just have a little nibble on one of the smaller bits and it is delicious. So next I'm going to carry on preparing the salad. So I have to, what's this called? Peeling. I was going to say grating. Peel the carrots and the courgettes, and then I'm making a peanut dressing. And then I'll combine it all with the wild rice, which is cooking, and hopefully it'll be a really delicious salad. I might do some noodles as well. I just feel like Charlie's gonna need some more carbs, but I'll get started with this. And I've got some garlic sauteing in butter in the always pan that we just used for the frying. And then when that garlic has sauteed, I'm gonna add in some soy sauce and some honey as the glaze for the chicken. After that last time lapse of the garlic and honey and soy glaze being made for the chicken, here we go. I have to say that this peanut sauce on the salad is delicious. So that was the lime juice that the chilies were pickling in earlier, along with, well, I'll leave the recipe link down below because I can't remember everything off the top of my head. Rice wine vinegar, peanut butter, etc. And then we've got all the veggies from the garden. Oh my goodness, even spring onion garnish from the garden as well. So this is Charlie's ginormous portion, and we are going to enjoy this while watching the final of Hijack. Good morning, my darlings. It is Thursday morning. I've just done a reformer Pilates, a 20 length swim in the pool and 3 cold plunges, which was great. Lovely way to start the day. There is something very nice about showering just not in your own shower. Do you know what I mean? There's something just very luxurious about other showers. Normally I don't actually use the Bamford shampoo and conditioner because I got it in my head that it was stripping the colour from my hair, but I've actually got a colour appointment next week, so I don't really mind at the moment. But after my colour appointments, I will refrain from using that stuff for a little while. Probably just in my head because colour looks absolutely fine and I have been using Bamford stuff for a little while. I'm currently debating either just going and entertaining myself in the garden centre here for a little while, or maybe driving over to Chipping Norton because this is so boring, but I need some more like washing machine tablets. Very boring, I know. And also, I think I mentioned in the last video, like this is probably, aside from January, my quietest month work-wise, so I don't feel like I need to get home and get on my laptop. I did quite a lot of laptop time yesterday, and I felt like a bit of a hermit yesterday. Like I didn't really leave the house that much, which is funny because I did leave. Anyway, it's so boring, I'm so sorry. I think I am gonna have a little look around the garden centre just because I'm here, and I might even treat myself to a chai latte just for old. Ooh, do you know what? I bet they've taken them off the menu because they sometimes take them off the menu for summer, which is quite frankly not good enough. But there we go. Did I have something else to tell you this morning? I feel like I did, but now I can't remember it. I think it was something I listened to on a podcast. Can't remember. So that was a really great story.
That in itself is a miracle. That there was
oh, yes. Literally the podcast that's just started replaying. Diary of a CEO, the girl who lost her legs and nearly lost her life from toxic shock syndrome from tampons. I was always of the impression when I was younger that that was like a risk if you leave your tampon in for too long. But it's nothing to do with that. It's literally, according to this, I've only listened to like 20 minutes of this podcast so far, but apparently it's more. Obviously these tampons are like bleached, even the natural ones, they're made of cotton, which is organic, not organically sprayed with pesticides, and we are literally putting these in our bodies. We're putting these chemicals in our bodies, and if these toxins get into our bloodstream, then that's what can cause toxic shock syndrome. So now I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. So if anyone, this girl in the podcast has said that it doesn't exist, but I find it hard to believe that nowhere in the world has anyone invented a tampon that is not bleached or does not contain, oh goodness me, it's like Paddington Station here today. Yeah, surely there exists a tampon that has been made completely naturally with non-bleached cotton and no toxins and no pesticides and no chemicals on it. So if anyone has discovered that, please let me know, because I sure as heck, after listening to this, I bet Tampax's stocks have just gone pew, as you just did. Tee-hee! Right, I'm gonna go and get myself a nice chai latte and this is a fun camera angle, isn't it? A nice chai latte and a little mooch around the garden centre. Yahoo! It's busy in the shop today. Where am I going to park? Excuse me, Mr. Tesla. Ooh! Daylesford have now got taupe coloured defenders, like new defenders, with Daylesford stays written on them. That must be for their holiday cottages. Intriguing. And I can almost 100% guarantee that the person that owns that car there is a blogger, because she's got clothes hung up in the bag and they're really cute. She could be a wedding guest actually, but I bet she's doing outfit photos today. Anyway, right, let's go into the shop, and I'm not gonna bring you because it must be so boring always coming into Daylesford with me because I live here. I lied, I can't resist showing you beautiful flowers. Look at these gorgeous hydrangeas. They look so pretty that a few of them have come into bloom where others are still in pod version. Beautiful. And I love it when the hydrangeas start to go a little bit red. This is my first time wearing my heeled Hermes Oran sandals out the house, and I have to say, I love them. We made it to Station Mill, my favourite little treasure hunt. Let's see what goodies we can find today. Some gorgeous bits of furniture in here if you are into your dark woods. Really lovely chest of drawers, these very practical little cricket side tables. I just sent Charlie a photo of that lovely mirror that I just showed you, potentially for Straw Top 2 bedroom upstairs. And there's some really gorgeous dining tables. Again, I just showed you a little clip of that around the corner. Rocking horse, giant trunk. Do you know what? That could be good wedding dress storage, couldn't it? Let's have a little look upstairs. I guarantee you, if you're moving into a new house and if you can get away with cottage, vintage, shabby chic vibes, you could furnish your home at a fraction of the price of IKEA by coming to places like this. And the quality of these older pieces is just so incredible. I mean, look at that. £15 for silver cutlery. Don't get that in Sainsbury's. Very much on the lookout for large terracotta pots for my tulip bulbs, which I ordered yesterday, inspired by Southrop House, where she had loads of pots outside the door, and that could be perfect for one of them. £65, bargain. And I love these vintage white iron steamer chairs. How fabulous for lounging in summer. You can just leave them out all year long, and this is always the place to come if you need some rustic terracotta plant pots as well. Rookie error, I forgot that they don't take Amex on Apple Pay at Station Mill, so I couldn't have bought anything even if I'd have wanted to. I might have picked up a few more terracotta plant pots should I have been able to pay. But yeah, that mirror I think could be perfect for the top floor bedroom of Straw Top 2, which is basically the mirror image of Straw Top 1, and yes, we are furnishing it very similarly. Different styles, but like mirrors in the same places, that kind of thing. They have really stepped up their garden antiques, so if you're in the market for outdoor seating, urns, stone items, even rhubarb forces, terracotta pots. Did I mention cold frames? They have got really, really gorgeous bits in there at the moment. So, in fact, they always do. They really are the best. Station Mill Antiques on Station Road in Chipping Norton is the one to come to. I'd love to open an antique shop. Bet Charlie would be very good at like sourcing antiques. Maybe that can be our retirement job, as well as owning a sausage dog rehabilitation centre and being full-time gardeners. Anyway, I'm going to drive past. There's a bakery that does like cronuts, croissant donuts, and I could just snopple one if I can find somewhere to park nearby. So I'm going to go that way around. Otherwise, let's get home for lunch. Okay, made it back home. There were no parking spaces near the croissant shop, so I'm having something a lot healthier to eat. I'm going to make I'm going to call it a kitchen garden pesto. I'm plucking, as you can see, we've got a lot of sage. So I'm going to make basically a pesto, and all you really need is garlic, olive oil, parmesan or a vegan alternative, and loads of green things. Sage works well. I'm probably going to pop in some cavolo nero because that's going a little bit wild, and some chard because that's doing well at the moment, and some regular kale. But you want to have some nice herbs if you are doing a pesto, and sage does work particularly well. It's got a lovely flavour to it, and instead of pine nuts with sage, toasted walnut goes really well. And then I think with the pasta I'm going to stir in some more of that Coco's Organic stuff because it's in the fridge, needs using up. Might need a little bit more. You have been eaten. Here we go. Look at this for a selection of greens. So we've got Folo Nero, sage, kale, and rainbow chard. I'm going to make a pesto with some walnuts that are currently toasting in the oven. I've just blitzed up some parmesan, juice and zest of a lime, and a couple of garlic cloves. I think that should be enough. Some salt and pepper, and of course lots of olive oil. So I'm going to make the pesto first, and then add it to some orecchiette pasta. Yummy! There we go. This is today's lunch, multi-kitchen garden pesto, and then in the pan, just that last little time lapse that you saw, I did some olive oil and garlic, and then added some spring onion and courgette, made it a little bit crispy, and then added a little bit of the organic creamy spread. And what else did I add in? I've forgotten already. Oh yeah, the pesto, of course. And then I've just popped some extra parmesan on top to make it ultra yummy. And there we go, another tasty lunch. Hello again, my darlings. It's a few hours later. That lunch was incredible. I feel like with pesto, there's just not really anything you can put in it that makes it rubbish. It's just the best thing ever. So we're up here in my bathroom, and we are joined by my wedding dress, which still to this day, 7 whole weeks since our wedding, it just fills me with so much joy when I look at it. Truly, I love the dress. I love the whole process that we went through creating it and all the memories of our wedding day. As you might have guessed, possibly from the title of this video, who knows? Nothing else really that exciting has happened in this video, so I'm guessing it's going to be the title of the video, how to wash a wedding dress at home, or something like that, or epic fail as I try to wash my wedding dress. We shall see. So yeah, I'm going to try to wash it or clean it myself at home. We have spent the last couple of weeks trying to look for somewhere professional online, and it's actually surprisingly difficult to find somewhere really good online or locally. The issue with local cleaners is that like really local ones don't have any insurance, and a lot of them, okay, like the really local ones to us here in the Cotswolds, they're like, yeah, we'll take it, and then we're going to take it somewhere else and give it to someone else who may or may not have insurance to clean it. And then the nationwide companies like the Johnsons, they couldn't guarantee that they would get it clean, and even then, insurance-wise, it was a little bit, do you know, nowhere that we looked at really filled me with that much confidence. There are a few places, there was one up in Scotland, there's a few in London, but London, like me getting my dress to somewhere in London is a little bit of a hassle. It's not the smallest of dresses, and I'm just not sure how I feel about shipping it somewhere. Imagine if it got lost in the post, that would just be the most awful thing in the whole world. And I just think that maybe I can give it a go at home. I'm going to obviously do it super gently. I don't want to take any risks, but let's go and have a look at it because it's not that dirty. Oh, even hung up on the back of my bathroom door, you are still beautiful. So, as you might imagine, the main amount of dirt is down on the bottom layer. It's really not that bad, look, it's just like a little bit dirty on the hems. Considering that we literally pranced through a field to get some gorgeous sunset photos, it's really not doing too badly. The train, there's a little bit of repair that needs to happen, but I'm fairly good at sewing. I think I might be able to do the repairs. Do I even need to do the repairs though? That is the question. It looks like it's attached in certain areas. So I think, oh, what's this? There's probably quite a lot of foliage caught up in here, to be honest. I did prance through the garden, did do a little bit of gardening in the greenhouse while wearing this. And just like Dickens, this dress does collect foliage. At one point, I think Freddie pulled a carrot out of my train. So that's quite funny. But then on the inside, probably from the little bit of fake tan that I was wearing, there is a bit of, ooh, just hanging it up on the radiator. Yeah, that is a little bit, I mean, not even that much, but a bit of discoloration on the chest area. So I think I'm gonna be able to get it out. Look, da-da, so cute. I'm quite confident. So let me show you, I mean, look, all of this foliage. Yeah, I think I can get all of that out. Don't need to send it anywhere to do this. Okay, so let me show you what I'm going to use. This is the laundry detergent that we're currently using at home. It's lovely and gentle and it smells amazing, no nasty chemicals. It is the Dalesford Lavender Laundry Liquid. Smells incredible. So I'm going to run the bath and I'm going to soak the dress in this for probably about an hour. I think that'd be a good amount of time. I'm also going to sprinkle a little bit of this, which is not chemical free. It is the Vanish Oxy Action Whitening Booster. I just think we do need to bring out the big guns here. And then I might also spray, while the bath is filling up, the areas with the most marking with this Vanish Oxy Action stain remover. I use these a lot. I used to use them so much when Charlie was regularly playing rugby, and they've never let me down. So that's what I'm going to try. And then I've bought this magic sponge up as well, because this is absolutely amazing at getting stains out of everything, whether it's a pan or a dress or a grass stain or a red wine stain. These magic sponges are amazing. So right, step one, let's fill the bath and then see what we can do. This is a vlog scene I never thought I would be filming, perched here by the bathtub, soaking a wedding dress, but here we are. So it has been soaking for like 5 minutes, and already I can see down here where the train of the wedding dress is. The water is looking questionable colour-wise. It's going a little bit brown and muddy, but what I'm going to do is a little bit of like fabric cleaning manually. I'm going to be the washing machine today, and I'm sure lots of you will have been shown this by your mums or your dads or your someone, how to effectively hand wash your items. I always remember my mum showing me this, and the whole idea, if you really want to freshen up your clothes, is you want to almost push the soapy water through the fabric, and the way that you do that is almost by creating a bubble and then submerging that bubble, and then the water is forced through the fabric. Obviously this is tulle and silk, so I need to be really careful. I don't want to be pulling it up and ripping the tulle, but I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer and show you what I mean by like pushing the water through, and that's a really great way of freshening up your clothes. This is also something that I sometimes do with my swimwear when I'm on holiday. So yeah, basically, let's do it here. Say this is the bit of fabric that we want to clean. You create a bubble and then push it through the water. So you're essentially forcing water and air to come through the fabric. Do you see what I'm doing? Can you see the bubbles? You can almost hear the action. Right, so this is where we've got quite a lot of foliage in the dress. I'm going to start just very gently. It's almost like tangled into the lace, but I think I can pick quite a lot of this out. Okay, I have found here a particularly dirty section of the train. This is on the silk layer. Silk is very prone to picking up all kinds of grubbiness, so I'm actually going to mist this area. Ooh. Oh my gosh, a bit of plastic. I think that's actually some of the thread. Oh no. That's the thread for the ring, I think. Right, I obviously got my foot stuck in that at one point. Oh dear. Ugh. Right, I'm going to mist that with the vanish. And now very gently just rubbing it in using other parts of the fabric. I can actually already see this working. So I actually just turned the camera off for 5 minutes to let that soak, as you would normally do pre-wash. Now what I'm going to do is just like another 5 minutes of that bubble technique and just looking around to see if there, oh actually no, oh I should have done this when I left it to rest. I'm going to put some more of the vanish just on this little mark in, sorry you can't see what I'm doing, that's no good. So this is the bodice, I'm just going to move it around very gently. It is so heavy, my goodness. Let's undo this button. Okay, so you can see there's just a little bit of a stain in here. And I'm just going to very gently, by hand, rub that in. And we'll leave that for a few seconds. I'll just leave it, ooh, do you know what, there's a few little marks there. I'll take the excess. It's just where it was pressing up against my skin on the wedding day. I keep seeing bits of the dress and thinking there's foliage to pull out, but then it ends up being bits of my beautiful flower embroidery. Let's see how the edges are doing that I sprayed a few minutes ago. Do you know what? That looks so much better. I think with a little bit of magic sponge fiddling, these are going to come up really, really well. Oh! Literally like a magic eraser. So hopefully, I've got you really zoomed in, hopefully you can see how grubby this area is. And then these are just from Amazon, I'll leave them linked down below. But you just want to very gently give it a scrub. I have done my very best human washing machine impression. A little bit of swooshing, a little bit of bubbling, and as you can see, the colour of the water is, can you see? It is quite disgusting. So I think what I'm going to do is put some clean water in here and give it one more rinse through, and then I think that is the best that I can do. Certainly all the stains are not out, but it's definitely fresher. So let's get some clean water in here and do one last rinse. Ooh, look at this watercolor, can you see? Oh my gosh. That is quite disgusting. Again, darlings, it's actually an hour later. I left it to soak and my goodness, it has got dark in that time. Yes, I brought a tripod into the bathroom to take this very seriously. So yeah, this has been soaking for an hour. I'm going to give it one more sloshel through, do my best washing machine impression, and then we have the challenge of drying it. That is not going to be easy. I think what I'll have to do is very quickly scoot it into our shower. I'd better go and get a non-fabric coat hanger and let it drip dry until his lordship Charlie notices it when he comes for his evening shower. He will not approve of my wedding dress hanging up in the shower cubicle, so at that point I will transfer it to the bathroom in our spare bedroom to drip dry, probably realistically for a couple of days, but I think that is the best option. Okay, let's give it one final clean. Oh. Looks very unceremonious, doesn't it? because let me tell you, this is very heavy. It's heavy without being sodden with water. With being sodden with water, it's probably like, I'd say it's like 20 kilograms. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna have to just get wet. That was not easy. As you might have seen, I've just been fluffing it. I'm trying to make sure that the layers underneath are not all bunched up so that we can allow more air and so that they don't dry completely crinkled. I probably will have to have a real good go at this with a steamer when it does dry. I think this could take up to a week to dry. I wonder if we still have a dehumidifier from when we had damp in the dining room. I bet I do somewhere, and if I do, then I think tomorrow I'm going to try and persuade Charlie to shower elsewhere tonight, because I don't think moving it again is going to be easy. And then maybe actually the black bathroom, because no one ever goes in there, and I think that it will be fine in there to drip dry for a week. It's not going to get faded by the sun because that room doesn't have any windows. It does have an extractor fan. That's the point. Should I put the extractor fan on in here? I don't know. I'm going to leave it to drip dry. Yeah, so there we go. I guess I will fill you in on the dry results in a couple of vlogs time. But for now, I actually think I'm going to end this vlog here with this little exciting adventure. I think this is probably going to be quite a long vlog. And I'm just going to go and chill with the boys. We're literally just having a Dalesford curry for dinner tonight. So yeah, there we go, my darlings. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and please let me know down below. A few people have mentioned, I think, acid-free tissue paper or something that I need for storage. So if you've got any tips on storing wedding dresses, please let me know down below. And I haven't asked this in a while, but if you haven't already, then please do make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. That would be a dream. Do give the video a thumbs up if you would like to, if you enjoyed it, and if you got this far, leave a white heart or a wedding dress emoji in the comments down below. And darlings, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!